quite a while. I hope everything is sounding okay. I hope everything is looking okay. Hello to everybody who's joined me so far. I'm Sandwichard. I'm Richard Sandwichard, and thank you so much for tuning in to my stream tonight. I think we are surely gonna have a good time. Feeling good. I had a good day. It has been 2.5 years since I have streamed anything, and I am just in the mood. If I don't start it now, I'll never do it. Today is a very important day because Octopath Traveler 2 came out today. I loved the first Octopath a lot. The combat I was a really big fan of. It was like what Bravely Default did, but slightly different. Instead of having to give up a turn in order to get an extra chance to do more damage or to do a double attack or whatever, this allows you to just attack normally or do spell normally, and over a certain number of turns, which will be up to, I guess, 4, because I think you start with 1 pip, you'd get one every turn if you didn't use a special ability that needed to use one. You would use them power up or to attack multiple times in a row, which is better to do it this way because you're not out of the fight. One person's not out of a fight for a turn. It was more strategic, I guess, to make sure that you can have a healer be able to cast a couple times in a row on one turn or whatever, like stock up extra ones for bigger heals or whatever. And there's a strategic element to that. But for here, you can be active the whole time instead. Like even if it's, you gotta whack somebody with a cane if you're a white mage or something, well, you can do that and still gain the ability to do more healing in the future because of the way that system works. I much prefer the one that was in Octopath compared to most other JRPGs that I've played before. It's my favorite system, and I'm really going to enjoy playing it in this. I've yet to, I booted up the game one time just to check to make sure if it was going to run properly and if I wasn't going to have any issues or anything. But I booted the game up once. I watched like the eye catch all the way through one time, and then I noticed a button, and I'm going to shut that off in a second, but I wanted to get some preamble out of the way there, just about my small history with this game that I played on the Switch forever ago, that I did love. And I think it's really funny that I could buy Octopath Traveler 2 on the Steam store right now for $79.99 Canadian when the original game is $83 Canadian. Square Enix, what are you doing? Why is it so expensive still? Because it was ported to Steam just a little while ago, like the last year or two. Here we go, hold on. Let me get that in there. Let me blow it up, put it behind me so that I'm not covered by it. Look at that. Look at that. Octopath Traveler 2 is $4 cheaper currently. Anyway, that's Octopath. We're gonna not talk too much about that because I want to play this game because I didn't even realize it was coming out today. So it's expensive because Square Enix just is like that, I guess. Well, let me launch Octopath. We'll get into it and switch over to game. It's very quiet. It's a very quiet opening, and then it punches you in the face. Octopath Traveler 2. Bringing you the best in Unreal Engine 4 pixel technology to a home near you, or at least a Twitch stream on the other side of your computer. And if I can tab, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tab out on here. No, the music's gone. It's fine. In post, in editing and doing whatever I want to do in the future with this, if I want to turn it into some kind of YouTube series, I can just record all this separately, which I already have going. So anyway, that should be fine. All right, Octopath, where's my controller? The only thing I did notice was there was an option here that was change time. On my head. Let me, there we go. Change time. Change time! This is time travel. That's gonna be so cool. I wonder if it takes place on the same world. I can't even tell you because I don't remember since it was so long ago. Scholar Oswald. Path action. Knight. Mug. Obtain items from townspeople. He can mug people. This scholar just steals things from people. Okay. All right. Your name is Oswald von Steen, and you're a scholar. They're probably going to pronounce it for me later. Your tale begins in the... Ooh, hold on. Okay, hold on. Oh, hold on. We got something else. Okay, hold on. So the day and night differences, meaning you get to do a different path action during the day compared to doing a different one at night. So during the day, this guy scrutinizes like the Black Mage Scholar did in the first one. The second path action he has is at night. He steals things from people. Okay, your name is Oswald Vivanstein, and you're a scholar. Your tale begins in the snow-stepped reaches of the Winterlands. You've been sentenced to life in prison for murdering your wife and daughter and have spent 1,879 days locked in a frigid cell. Harvey, the man who took everything from me, shall die by my hand. I swear it. Not even the bitter cold can extinguish the raging fire in your breast. And so you set out to exact your revenge. That's awesome! Already, characters are here. Like, okay, so Octopath's characters, so there were two. There were the dancers that were good, and there was the warriors that were good. And both of those were the best written campaigns in the first game. They were like, people compared them like, oh, they've got like duplicity and drama and like their Game of Thrones level or whatever. They were good, they were great. Like they were nice little pieces of fiction. And the rest of them were not as good as that. By a lot, they were not as good as that. The Scholar's whole thing was he wanted the book. He wanted a book that didn't exist. It's a forbidden text. But this one is already, in comparison, a more interesting character instead of just being a himbo scholar. This guy is convicted of murdering his family. And that's where he starts, in jail. All right. Okay. The cleric, Temenos. Your name is Temenos Mistral and you're a cleric. Your tale begins in the mountainous region of the Crestlands. Though easygoing in your duties as Inquisitor, that all changes the day a tragic accident takes place on the church. Oh dear, I suppose it can't be helped. After all, doubt is what I do. Sensing that there is much more to the incident than meets the eye, you set out to solve the mystery left in its wake. So for her, she has a very similar, she has the ability the cleric did during the day where you can guide the townspeople wherever you may go. Now you can coerce, meaning you'll be able to kind of do what the dancer did in the first game, where you can force the information out of people probably through maybe a sexual means. We'll see how that goes. Big sippies. I don't know how that's gonna go. It's very interesting. Inflicting all foes with enfeebling effects at night. That seems like a really good ability. And you can lower your foes' shield points with any attack. That's really good. Or think about that. That's really good. The thief, Thronay. Their path is to steal or to ambush, and you can knock people unconscious. So at night you can you act twice in a single turn. And you can grant allies augmenting effects at night. Okay, interesting. Knocking townspeople unconscious. I wonder if you're gonna have to go into places that are gonna be guarded, and this is a good character to have in order to knock people out so you won't get caught, so you don't get forced into combat. I wonder if that's gonna be a necessary part of the game, at least part of her story. That might be interesting. Your name is Thronay Anjouis, and you're a thief. Your tale begins in a thrilling city in the Brightlands. The Brightlands. You're a member of the Black Snakes, a thieves guild that controls the city from the shadows. Your job is to steal and clean. Not again. Not this stench. Every time I breathe it in, it feels as though my very lungs are rotting. The stench of blood. Determined to escape the cycle of bloodshed, you embark on a journey for the keys to your freedom. Interesting. All of three of these have been interesting so far, and here's our beast tamer, our hunter. Oh, Chet. Befriend, bring townspeople wherever you may go. That's gonna be like the guide action then? Latent power, animal instincts. Let your inner beast loose and gain access to special skills. Is this gonna be like enemy skill? Is it gonna be our enemy skill? You can provoke, engage in battle with townspeople. The warrior and the hunter had it last time as well. They were able to get into battles with people, and the hunter had like a Pokemon minigame basically, and the warrior was just straight up battle. You can capture beasts and turn them into items, meaning you can be able to get, if they turn into items, it might be items only she can use. That would make sense because it was like that in the first game. They had to be like, those were spells. Like Edgar's tools in Final Fantasy VI, he could be the only one that uses them. They were still items you had to have, but they had to get picked up. So I assume the beasts are gonna be like that, very much like that. Your name is Ochet and you are a hunter. Your tale begins on the island of Dotohaha alongside your fellow beastlings. Despite your troubles with the human islanders, you live a carefree life. That is, until you learn of an encroaching calamity known as the Night of the Scarlet Moon. All right, Master Juva, I'll do it. I'll find those creatures of legend and bring them back. Okay. Desperate to save your home, you set sail in search of those who can help. Interesting. All of these are really cool so far. I like the character descriptions and writing for each of them so far. Let's go back up and around. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. So, okay, we're gonna start. Let's say we start here. Every location that you have to leave from needs to have a port next to it because you've got to get across a sea to another place. Because what I did in Octopath, when you're done with the stories, because it's like it's a separate chapters per character. What I did when I finished the first chapter, say in the Scholars, I ran my ass down to the next character who I thought would be useful and grabbed them and did their chapter 1. Because after those individual chapter 1s, the rest of the party will still accompany you as part of there, but each opening is an individual chapter that you play as a singular character. So I'm wondering which one would be best to start with, because when you meet up with other guys, they'll both benefit each other with their abilities and things. So Scholar being able to cast black magic is a great idea to start with, but I'm thinking also that Cleric might be as well. Doing damage is going to be important, but healing is also going to be important, but I don't want to spend a whole time healing when I could also be doing damage. So we'll have to see how that's going to go. Our Apothecary, Casti, during the day you can inquire, which will allow you to obtain information from townspeople. Your talent is Concoct. You can use materials to craft healing and hazardous compounds, so you're gonna be able to make bombs and potions. Your path action at night is to Soothe. You can administer medicine to townspeople to allay their pain and allow them to rest. So I wonder. If you're going to be doing a lot more actual healing out in the world in comparison to what Alfalfa, something like that, from the first game. I don't like his story much. Latent power, every drop counts. Concoct without using any materials. So as long as you have the materials, you're able to concoct. So, okay, this is going to matter when it comes to your talent. Because when you switch your class, I wonder if these latent talents are going to stick with that character instead of just carrying over with the class. So he's going to have insight on a foe's weak points at the start of the battle every time he's on there, no matter what his job is. And she's going to be able to craft without any materials, regardless of whatever her class is. So she's doubling up as something else and still wants to maybe do Apothecary, so she might be able to. But I guess she specifically would be able to do it better than anybody else at the job, which is what her ability would be. This is what I was saying before. Everybody's going to have an ability that's going to help each other out. This one is specifically hers, and it works best with the Apothecary class. Your name is Casti Florence, and you are an apothecary. Your tale begins in a port town of the Harborlands. Discovered adrift at sea, you awoke to the realization that you could not recall your own name. Your only clues to your identity are your satchel and skills as an apothecary. Okay, another Amnesia County character. Okay, that's interesting too. I'm into that. Fix my hair on so I look good on camera here. I need to rediscover who I am, and there's something else, something important I'm forgetting. Unable to ignore the nagging feeling within you, you embark on a journey to recover what you lost. Your merchant, Particio. This guy's gonna rock. You can purchase, meaning you can obtain items from townspeople. You can hire, letting you bring townspeople wherever you may go. So I assume that's going to be more for, hey, here's the money version of getting people to follow you, and then this one's going to be the God says you have to be able to follow me on that one. Your talent will be business partners. Leverage your hired helpers' talents to get a host of benefits. And you can also hoot and holler, which will replenish all of your BP in an instant. You get one turn, it'll give you all your BP in order to keep doing whatever you're doing. That's really good. Your name is Particio Yellowwheel, and you're a merchant. Your tale begins in the vast wastes of the Wildlands. After witnessing the rise and fall of the pioneer town you call home, you set your gaze upon the horizon. I'll be back once I eliminate the devil called poverty from the world. So he's using capitalism to create communism. With dreams of bringing prosperity to all, you embark on a journey with only the scent of commerce to guide you. This is our dancer. Her name is Agnia. You can allure, which is, I guess, the other ability to take people around with you. Your talent, dance session. Dance with an allured companion to trigger various effects. At night, you can entreat, which will allow you to obtain items from townspeople. I guess that's instead of stealing things from people, this is a nice way to do it. And all together now will extend the reach of skills to all. Yes! So that means if you combo with this to get everybody with BP, you can do a big attack and hit somebody big time with all your characters. Yeah, that's a good combo. I might start over here. I might start with Particio. Your name is Agnia Bristarni and you're a dancer. Your tale begins in the verdant region of the Leaflands. Though a tavern dancer in a small village, you have big dreams for the future. I'm going to become a star and bring smiles to people's faces, just like Mama. With hope in your heart and a spring in your step, you begin your journey to stardom. She is really cute. Like this, I really like all of these. Okay, hold on. All of these character designs are really good. Like you can tell this is like, this man has just been like in like real big, like I'm gonna study until I can get my revenge. I'm in jail and I might as well use it. Like he's wearing like sack pants or whatever in this shot, it looks like anyway. Here's your godliness and your, I'm gonna knock people out with my staff. All this art, all these character designs are really good. This looks like what an Inquisitor would wear. Like this is your thief character. Look at this, you got the big busty corset. I mean, it's not necessary, but it is the femme fatale kind of design. You got she's adorable. Look at this hunter child. Like this is great, absolutely. You big hunk of meat in the mouth. Yeah, 100%. This is what you want. Like this is what you see in the beginning before you go on Monster Hunter, out on a hunt, you eat a big thing of meat. That's what she's doing. Just loving eating food. Anyway, look, this design, like she's badass helping children out in the wilderness, and yet she's soft and taking care of old people. Like, Palico's really evolved. Like, yeah, this cat person may have been a Palico, don't worry about it. Like this guy, look at him. Look at him, he's wearing his jacket off the shoulders. He's got a fedora, like he's just probably some kind of fucking like jive talking asshole. He's gonna be great. He's probably different than I imagined, but look at his sheet-eating grin. Look at this sheet-eating grin. But like, look at this, she's adorable. This design's fantastic. Good, it's good. And then we finally have our warrior, Hikari. Hikari can bribe to obtain information from townspeople, and latent power is Shadow's Hold. Unleashing the darkness within to gain access to special skills. I don't know what that's going to be, but that might be awesome. You can also engage in battle with townspeople in order to prove you're worthy or whatever. Your learn skills, you can master skills during challenges you use them in battle. Okay, this is the other one that's not... Was it this one? No. No. Oh god. Oh damn. Oh no. Yeah, that one. So this is gonna be enemy skill, probably then, and then this one is going to be Dark Knight spells. Your name is Hikari and you're a warrior. Your tale begins in the desert region of Hinonuma. Hinonuma? There's not even an N in there. Hinoyuma. Hinoyuma. You're the younger prince of Ku, a nation ever at war, and worry for your people who have suffered greatly for the ceaseless battles. I pray for a world without conflict, without bloodshed. Hoping to bring peace to your nation, you strike out on a journey for your like-minded allies. It's like really between these three. The Scholar, I want the Scholar too. Scholar's gonna be big around at the party. Being able to do more damage on a single enemy with spells is nice, especially in early game, probably when you need to do that or against bosses is great. But learning your weak points at the start of battle is gonna be necessary, especially since in the first game when you had random encounters with enemies, you would you'd encounter them, you would learn one of their weak points, and then you'd be able to kill them. And then the next time you encounter the enemy, another one, if they had another one, if you didn't find it out, would also be found. So I wonder if they're gonna give you that same drip feed if you have to get a couple encounters and figure it out with that if you don't. have it from there. So I think that makes sense as to what I'm gonna do with the first couple. I'm gonna go with Hikari. I'm gonna run over to get Agnia. I will go get Particio, and then I will come all the way back up and see Oswald. I love a I need to go fight for peace kind of character. The necessities of war in order to ensure that peace in your lands continues in the future is important, and a great plot hook and character trait. I'm really interested in that. Do I want to take Hikari first? I kind of want to. I want to take Agnia first, and then I'm gonna go Hikari. I want to see what this story is. I think I'm gonna start with her. Unless, now the thing of the first game, you couldn't get your first character out of your party until you got all of the characters, I believe. It was also possible you could never take them out of your party at all, I don't remember. But if it's different in this game, that's cool. I just gotta keep that in mind that it might be like that. That's really good. To extend the reach of skills to all is really good. If it's what I think it is, it's really good. I think I'm gonna go with her. I wanna see what this story... A star illuminates people's lives.